Okay, this is to document the delivery of the concrete basins from Gorick and how the packaging was done. Okay, so basically you have half-inch plywood box, and they were screwed together with Torx screws on the top as well. Fresky, come on. Which at the time of delivery we did not have a Torx bit to open it up. So when we got a Torx bit, we opened it up. Take the top off. And the packaging was as follows. You have a half-inch plywood box all the way around with some 2x2 rough timbers around as the framework. At the bottom you have the same type of thing. You can see where the bottom basin is cracked. I'm going to try to drop it in there and see a little bit better. The basin itself is resting on the bottom and on plywood only. And this board over here is not even continuous, so it has the ability to flex on both sides. This side is continuous, and then you have 4x4 timbers that are supporting the top basin. The basin is not secured so it can move. So for example, it looks like there's more space on this side, and this side is touching. I don't know if it was packaged like that. This timber on this side is also continuous, the 2x2 timber at the bottom. But when you come around to this side, it's broken again. It's cut in the middle, and you have that half-inch plywood. So basically, this thing is resting on a half-inch piece of plywood on the bottom, which is, has the ability to flex, and two of these things are stacked up above. So this thing clearly broke all the way through. You can see the break on this side as well. Okay, so one of the things that we also noticed was that at the point of shipping, when it was coming out of the truck, the picking point is between these two pieces of 4x4, which we raised off the ground so you can see. And there was a block here which didn't allow a forklift to go in to to pick up, so you could pick it only between the 4x4s. But this 2x4 over here was knocked back like this. So I don't know if when the delivery was done or when it was put in the truck originally, that was knocked back, and they picked it up from this and the middle, and maybe it flexed, and since all the weight was on the concrete basin gave way. But as you can see, we put the Torx screws back into the top wood to show that that's what was all around, holding the top plywood on. So we couldn't see at the time of delivery how the thing was packaged, and the guy had to go, of course, and so when we opened it up, we discovered what was the problem. So for two such heavy items like this, a half-inch plywood box with some 2x2 timbers and the basin only resting on the half-inch plywood on the bottom is not supportive enough to hold this thing. This should have been resting on, a solid thing that couldn't flex, and at least this would have stiffened it if this was continuous on both sides, just like it is on this side. It would have been a lot stiffer, but still, the plywood bottom, it should have been a little bit more substantial. At least 3/4 inch plywood, and then a good framework on the bottom, like a skid framework where it would be fully supportive. Instead, this thing is supported by these two 4x4 timbers on the bottom. You pick it from the middle, you should get good support, but you never know. Other than that, the box upon delivery was in good condition, except this over here was not in good condition. This thing was banged up over here at the point of delivery. I don't know if that contributed to it. Like I did say, that stop, which wouldn't allow you to put a forklift in, was knocked back. On top of this was the spinning, not the spinning disc, the water wheel, which was blocked up on this, and that had shifted it also. But anyway, that's basically it. I imagine that this one over here is okay. You know, when we lift it out, we'll lift it out carefully with a backhoe, so you know, should be okay. All right, that's it.